Something like got me drinking on something, you chilling with me. What the heck you say? Got me drinking on something, smoking on something. Sup? Welcome to the smoking table. I'm Dre.
And I'm Jay.
Week 2, episode 2.
Attack of the Clones.
Attack of the Clones.
We might have to edit that out. I don't know. I don't want George Lucas coming after me.
I don't either. He doesn't own it. You'd have
Lucas
Mickey
got
Mouse.
Power, man.
You'd have Mickey Mouse coming after you now.
Dude.
Disney owns Star Wars, so Mickey Mouse would be shoving a lightsaber at you.
I don't want Walt coming after me either. That's like the first zombie apocalypse attack. In your face. All right, moving on to the weed news for this week. Nationally, we got feds on feds going on right now, as lawmakers are asking the feds to stay out of the medical marijuana business. Representative Sam Farr and Diana Rohrabacher, I hope I pronounced that right, both out of California, are once again at it, asking the Department of Justice to keep the DEA out of the medical marijuana business. If you remember last year, it passed in the House and the Senate and was signed earlier this year by President Obama that no more federal funds would be used in going after states that already have medical marijuana programs established. But apparently that hasn't stopped the DEA. So in an unprecedented move, lawmakers are asking the DOJ to get involved before they have to take this to the Supreme Court. So looks like lawmakers are on our side on this one.
That's pretty cool. I have a question though about the DEA. If the feds aren't sponsoring, like paying the money, how is the DEA there? Aren't the DEA funded by the feds?
Yes, they are, but I mean, the reason why the actual lawmakers that are working on this are out of California is because California has a big issue with this, considering that there are federal entities basically based out of that. I mean, most of the West Coast offices are based in California, so I mean, it's nothing for those feds to drive down the street to your local pot shop and start messing with people.
Dicks. They're all dicks.
Now, on the happier side of pot, we got Colorado's. We got some interesting facts about Colorado in their second year of having legal recreational marijuana. Everybody knows Colorado has already been legal for a while now, and what people didn't know or plan for was the effect that it would have not only in taxes but in other ways on Colorado's economy. For example, Colorado has actually had a 14% rise in tourism and visitors from outside the state in the 18 months that marijuana has been legal. Not only that, but they've also had a 25% decrease in opioid abuse because marijuana is legal. And I mean, if anybody knows anything, that's
amazing.
The perfect debunk to marijuana being a quote-unquote gateway drug. The one that I found the most interesting, though, is that actually there's a study that shows for the first time that amongst relocating retirees, medical marijuana programs are a top 5 factor in what they're looking for as far as states to retire to.
Old people want to get high.
They want it where it works, man.
It works for them. I personally believe that marijuana should be legal for at least old people. Old and sick people. I'm not even completely 100% for recreational marijuana, the legalization of it. I would enjoy it. It'd be cool, but I'm medical marijuana all the way. I feel like that needs to happen for sure. If we never get recreational, at least medical.
I think the push a lot of people are making for recreational is not just, the stereotypical, I want to be able to get high whenever I want to. A lot of people are really worried at this point about the government overreach. So, I mean, recreational marijuana is a way of being able to use marijuana for medicine without being labeled a medical marijuana user, without being on the government books as using marijuana, because I mean, obviously these days, government has one, way too much overreach, and two, no protection over their information. So, I mean, being registered with the state as a medical marijuana user could be a hazard to your life.
Holy shit. that was informational as hell.
And the funny thing is that the statistics actually back it up because, I mean, out of all the states that have a medical marijuana program, Colorado, being that they have a recreational marijuana program, has seen pretty much it has seen the third largest growth amongst states between 2010 and 2014. The only two states that really beat it out is North Dakota and Texas, which are both oil states.
You make a lot of money with oil.
And Florida, which used to be one of the retirement capitals of the country, is at 5th at this point. We're still trying to hang on to the top 5.
It's not fun down here anymore. If you add weed to Florida, I'm telling you, people will live here because, I mean, it's sunny, it's amazing. Denver's cold. It's cold as shit in Colorado. They go in there because it's relaxing and they can get high and they can chill and they can die happily. But down here, it feels good and they'd rather be here, but they can't get high. So I feel like if you add weed here, we will probably be the richest state in the United States of America because who doesn't want to go to Disney high? Who doesn't want to go to Universal high, you know?
We got the grass and the mouse.
Exactly. Oh my god. Exactly. This plus the Star Wars thing is just like we're attacking Disney completely. Disney hates us.
I will say this though. An $18 Disney World cheeseburger will never taste so good. That's my shout out to Disney.
There you go. Increase your food profits. So, do you have anything else on the weed news?
Nah, I think that's pretty much it for the weed news. But actually, if we're moving into the technology segment, I mean, this is news in itself. So, Facebook is gotten into the drone business.
Drones.
What the drone that Facebook is making is actually for a good cause. Facebook is trying to make a solar-powered drone. Apparently, is going to fly over remote areas and provide internet. Apparently, the wings have solar panels on them, so that it's completely self-contained, doesn't need any fuel or anything, and it circles for I think it's like 30 or 90 days. Either way, we have a video on it, so.
Here we go.
It's announced the first prototype of Aquila is ready for flight testing. The drone resembles a stealth bomber, but weighs less than a Prius. Its carbon fiber frame has the wingspan of a 737 and is completely coated in solar panels to supply its flight power. Facebook designed Aquila to loiter above remote areas for 90 days at a time, supplying broadband speeds from as high as 90,000 feet, anywhere in the world. For that, Facebook intends to supply it with a laser-based data link. Its engineers are developing a system that can send and receive tens of gigabits of data a second, to and from dime-sized targets 10 miles away. They say that's 10 times more advanced than the previous state-of-the-art. But before it gets to lasering the internet around, Facebook will have to deal with internet laser drone regulation, or the near-complete lack of any such regulation so far. The FCC doesn't really have anything on airborne broadband lasers yet, because with the exception of some military and science applications, nobody has started using them. On top of that, commercial drones in the U.S. are on a holding pattern until the FAA decides how to control them. Aquila is in a higher weight class than the commercial drones the FAA's regulations would regulate anyway, and would fly much higher than, say, delivery drones. The FAA issues special exemptions for flying in low-risk controlled environments, but it's not clear if a 30,000-foot slice of the entire planet's atmosphere qualifies. Facebook is in talks with local governments and says it has interest from all 30 countries it's approached so far, but can't comment on specifics. Aquila's first flight test, meanwhile, is scheduled for sometime late this year or early next. For Newsy, I'm Catherine Beek.
So that's pretty awesome because whenever I hear the word drone, I think of like giant floating robot of death with fucking guns and lasers and horrible things. But that's because my life is based around video games.
I think it's awesome because Facebook actually seems pretty serious about this. Like, from the video, it actually said that it flies in between 60,000 and 90,000 feet. So it's actually above commercial flights and above the weather at that point. So this thing actually could, have it's logically sound, and it's actually something that I think would be pretty big.
I think it'd be cool. One thing I got from the video that I thought of the entire video was that they used the word loiter. So, like, it's going to loiter in the sky, which I've never heard anyone use that in that context because I've never heard of anyone talking about something being in space loitering.
I want to know how it comes down. Because, if it just, it says that it's, just circles around for like 90 days, then what? Then what?
Well, it falls. It's just like they spent another $1 billion making a new one. And some unlucky person gets a drone through their fucking house. There's no planned landing or anything. It just falls wherever it's at.
Good old space trash.
But
but that is pretty awesome.
It is really, really awesome. All right, so good job, Facebook, in making drones.
Let's send Facebook a like.
I like your drones, Facebook. Thumbs up. All right, so now sports. I like sports. Here's sports. So last week I realized we focused a lot on the NFL, so I want to switch it up and talk about other stuff that was happening in sports, even though training camp's happening right now, so that's why NFL is so really, really big. And a lot of stuff's happened, but I'm not going to talk about it. But here's Ronda Rousey, who the last 3 fights have lasted a total of 64 seconds. That is 3 fights in a minute and 4 seconds. That's insane. She's insane. She's crazy.
I give Ronda Rousey a lot of credit, but I think that at the same time, the reason why her matches are so short is because nobody's smart enough to run from her. Just run. Make her catch you first. Like, don't run to her.
I agree with that. I agree with that. Okay, so the last
That's
fight,
embarrassing. Like, what was the last fight? 34 seconds?
it was 34 seconds, and yeah,
Can we get a minute's worth of Ronda Rousey?
No, it's not gonna happen. And it's funny that you talk about the running away because Lolo Jones said that she could last 1 minute in the ring with Ronda Rousey because she would run around. She's like, I feel like I am faster than her, and I can run away from her long enough until she eventually hits me, and I am done.
See?
So, it's possible, but you gotta be
People understand the way to survive a Ronda Rousey fight is to run. Like, who hasn't gotten that by now? Run.
Well, also not everyone is Lolo Jones, and they can't run that fast.
You still run.
You still run.
That'll still buy you at least another second or two. Run. I feel like Ronda Rousey is like an NFL team. I feel like, she comes in with about 4 or 5 moves, like, straight off bat that she's going to do.
Yeah.
And she doesn't need any more than that. Like, nobody survived that at that point.
She's just like, this punch is going to hit you there, and there, and I'm going to win. The fight's over.
Like, you're not going to beat her. Like, the only goal that you should have in your head going into that ring is to survive longer than the last person. You only do that by running.
Running. Run away from her. It's the only way.
Male, female, gorilla, run.
I would love to watch her fight a gorilla.
Nobody can beat Ronda Rousey. Nobody. Even if your name is Cyborg and you were on steroids, even if you were a real cyborg on steroids, you're not going to beat Ronda Rousey. It's not going to happen. Everybody who has said that has turned out to be a liar. Let's just stop saying that and, make it happen first. I'm not believing anybody else that can say they can beat Ronda Rousey until they make it happen.
Just make it happen. Okay, before we move on, I'm just going to say Rousey Mayweather 2017. James Harden has been offered a $200 million deal from Adidas to be sponsored by them.
Hold on. Beer game all day, but hold on, Mr. Harden. Ronda Rousey had a better chance to get Manny Pacquiao in the ring with her. Like, Mayweather don't want none of that. He don't.
So, okay, but it's agreed that Mayweather would lose.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, as long as we're on that. I'd watch her fight Pacquiao.
Which is why he wouldn't get in the ring.
He wouldn't. Because, oh man, Mayweather, he's such a bitch. I don't care. He's a bitch. I don't even know anything about boxing really, and I can tell that he's a bitch. I can easily Wikipedia or look up the last 15 fighters he's fought and realize that he has not had a hard job at all. His career has been easier than a teenager at McDonald's. All right.
All right, beard game.
Beard game. James Harden, $200 million, sponsored by Adidas. Nike's got to double it, match it. What are they going to do? Do they want to keep him?
Nike has to do something because, I mean, only 3 in the game right now is the reigning MVP, Steph Curry, who's with Under Armour. The runner-up for MVP, James Harden, who's
getting some good money offers.
Adidas is talking to him, man. I mean, and it's nothing for Nike. I mean, Nike just, I mean, if they wanted to go for it, they can go for it. They can probably offer him more than anybody else. So, either flip of the coin, you got Adidas.
You take the money. $200 million.
That's a very soft landing.
And Adidas, whose contract's about to be up with the NBA, Nike is trying to take that. So if Nike just drop Harden, take the whole NBA. I think that's a better package in my mind. Even though I only see Harden in commercials for shoes. So I guess now that I think about it, you might want to keep him because I don't see Kevin Love fucking doing a Nike commercial for shoes.
And see, I mean, the thing is, I mean, Harden represents beard game. Harden represents, like, a whole subculture of people. So, I mean, it's like, not only do you get the basketball fan, but you get the subculture with
the hipsters?
Not all of them are hipsters.
James Harden's a hipster.
You got the hipster section as well.
He's a hipster. The beard, the butthole lips, the tight jeans. He's a hipster. But, yeah. I only know James Harden because he's a hipster.
Yeah, but I'm just saying the whole of beard gang doesn't encompass.
Oh, okay.
As a hipster faction.
Okay, I'm sorry. I feel like I offended you with that. You're not a hipster. All right. So we're gonna move on to entertainment. Entertainment this week is sad, not really that important, and then just devastating. It tears me apart. There's so many things that happen with entertainment and breaking up and the end of some of the greatest relationships we've ever heard of in entertainment.
At the same time, Dre is celebrating his, what are you guys, eight
years
yeah. Now?
8 years. 8 years married. Oh, no. 8 years together. Married for like 3 now. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for saying that.
Well, I mean, I told you the other day that you guys are at that point now where the only way your relationship is going to end is by death.
By dying. Which hopefully
this gives you hope because apparently people who have been together forever, even puppets who have been together forever, are apparently breaking up now.
Yes, even puppets. And that brings me to the saddest story of the night for me, at least. After 40 long years of being together in one of the craziest, most amazing, heartfelt laughter relationships of all time, Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy announced Tuesday that they have made a difficult decision to terminate their romantic relationship.
But I'm going to say this, like, because I've got my own conspiracy theory behind what's going on here. Because, I mean, Miss Piggy is apparently the one filing for the breakup. So, I'm just going to go ahead and go out there and throw this out here and see if it sticks. You know, Gonzo been after Miss Piggy for years. For real, for years now, man.
Oh,
Gonzo been after her for a minute, man. I think she trying. I mean, you know, it's that new age. You know, I think she's trying to see what that nose do. I really think that's what it boils down to.
All right, so moving on to something that's it's not equally as sad. It's just sad. Gavin Rossdale and Gwen Stefani are breaking up. This actually could be the greatest breakup ever. Now that I'm thinking. Bush could start going on tour again because no longer is Gwen at home telling him no.
Yeah, but I mean, I think about who to be mad within this situation, though, and it's got to be Gavin, though, because, I mean, he took Gwen Stefani off the market way too early.
Way too early.
Like, she was in them hot tomboy, no doubt days, like.
When she was attractive.
And now, I mean, she still got it, but she ain't got it like she had it.
No.
So.
He gave her 3 kids and ruined her.
Now you keep that. You did that. Keep that.
That is yours. You do not give that back. You fucked it up, Gavin. You did. I used to love her, and now I don't. Whatever you did with the nanny, or with Courtney Love, or with your gay lover, I don't care. You guys need to fix it. You need to be a stay-at-home mom. All right, so, and another one, this is still breaking up. This is all happening within this week. This is the saddest week in the history of entertainment. Not really, there's been horrible ones. But, all right, after 26 years of marriage, Reba McEntire, who everybody knows is Reba, country singer, TV show star person, and other stuff. That's the only things I know her from. But is leaving her husband, whose name I can't say.
It is Narvel Blackstock. He is my favorite superhero. Look him up.
Is he really is he really a superhero?
No, but he sounds like he should be. And I want people to look it up.
I don't know who this guy is, but his name is really awesome. I will give him that. I can't pronounce it, but I really do like it. And he looks like a superhero. If you look him up for real and look at his face, because he looks like a superhero. he looks like at nighttime he puts on spandex and a suit and a mask. And maybe that's what the divorce is about. You know, she's done with it. She doesn't want it to happen anymore. She wants him at home. She doesn't want him out fighting crime anymore. And she's like, you gotta stay home. Stop going to your bat cave.
Or maybe he just wants her to stop doing stuff, period. Stop music, stop TV shows. Just be old. I mean, be happy.
I love Reba.
Like, country people are like the ones who know how to have fun when they're old. They're the ones who still get up in the morning and do stuff.
She still does awesome stuff. That's why, well...
Yeah, but she also does unawesome stuff like making TV shows. Stop it.
Reba was one of my favorite shows.
And I just made you admit that on a podcast.
I don't even care. I will admit it. I love Reba. That was like an awesome show. And you know what? While I'm saying I love Reba, I also liked What I Like About You with Amanda Bynes, because they came on back to back on the on the CW. Okay, I watched both those shows, and I'm not afraid to admit it. I love Reba. I like her. She's hot for her age. She's like 60, I think. And yes, I hit it. I don't understand country music, and I don't listen to it because it all sounds the same to me. But I like her TV shows.
Yeah, but there's a difference between hitting it and dating her. Dating her, you have to listen to that country music all the time, probably.
She's got money. She's got enough money for me to listen to country music all the time. I will fucking listen to country music. I will Tim McGraw it up. I will wear blue jeans, a belt, cowboy boots, and fucking plaid shirts.
Like, oh yeah, Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner.
This is good. I feel like this is gonna be like a Jim Carrey, Jenny McCarthy situation. Cause tell me the last good Ben Affleck movie. And it was before Jennifer Garner.
And you know what? That's my conspiracy theory about this too. I think that like they promised until they got like to the 10-year anniversary, because it was like a day after the 10-year anniversary, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really, really close.
They promised on their 10-year anniversary that they would watch Daredevil together. They forbid watching it up until the 10-year anniversary, because they were like, once we hit 10 years, we could survive anything. They watched Daredevil together, and that was it.
That was it. This was the worst decision they've made in their entire lives. And it led to their divorce.
They couldn't look at each other in the face anymore.
Yes. All right. Yes. Ben Affleck, you sucked as Daredevil, but we're giving you another chance as Batman. Please do not fail us.
So, yeah, everybody's breaking up.
I hope Ryan Reynolds does as good as Deadpool, because he sucked as Green Lantern. It was horrible. They even referenced it in the trailer. In the movie, when he's getting carried away, he's like, please don't let my suit be green or animated. All right.
Speaking of movies, our casting call for today is Expendables 2030.
Boom!
15 years into the future, all of today's favorite action heroes hanging on to their silver screen careers.
Still trying to be the number one action people that they can be. Just like Stallone and just like that black guy and that Asian guy before them. Alright, so the casting call for this one, we decided to cast the main people that we could remember from the movies because I didn't like the movies. I don't understand how they made 3 of them. I guess it's how they made 7 Fast and the Furious. But, so...
People are going to kill you about Fast and Furious.
Alright, we're going to start with the kick-ass woman role because there's been a kick-ass woman in the movie all the time, so you got to have a kick-ass woman. And at first, we picked, I think, Jennifer Garner solely on the fact that we just saw her picture. And Elektra,
But then we both watched Daredevil again.
Daredevil, you ruined everything. You ruined everything. You were the worst movie ever. Colin Farrell, what the fuck were you doing?
He was being a bad guy.
Everything about that movie was bad.
Look at me, I'm a bad guy.
Alright, so for our kick-ass woman, we decided that there's only one dope kick-ass woman nowadays, and that is Mrs. Blue and Green, Zoe Saldana.
Yes. Round of applause.
Yes. She's sexy, she kicks ass, and her name is cool as fuck.
And that's just getting better with age too, boy.
Oh god, yes. Yes. I'm looking forward to Avatar 2 so I can see her be a naked blue alien again. Just because that was amazing. I loved it. Alright, so next up we have...
Alright, so like Dre said, we don't know any of the people in any of these movies because we're not gonna waste our time like that.
I think I watched half of the first one.
But okay, so the person who plays like Jason Statham's character in the Expendables now will be replaced by Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt, the young gun. He's gonna be, because Jason Statham's the side guy. He's the younger guy, but he's experienced because he's been around fucking Stallone this whole time. So Chris Pratt will become him and be the young guy who's experienced at the same time. So
General description.
We're just sticking to the general descriptions. This is
Colin Farrell. I'm the bad guy.
You got every job you want, Farrell. Yes. Phone booth. Alright.
You can't just say phone booth and then like move on.
Forrest Whitaker is the phone booth.
That is somebody's freaky fantasy right there. Like, we're just gonna force Colin Farrell to stay in a phone booth.
No movie.
And even while Forrest Whitaker tries to talk him out of it, he just has to stay in there.
You gotta listen to me, kid.
Yeah, you just... Alright, and since each one of these Expendables so far has had a little Asian guy, and I mean, we don't have any Asian action heroes anymore stateside. I mean, they've already used Jet Li and Jackie Chan, right? So
I don't think Jackie Chan was in it, but Jackie Chan's horrible.
And Jackie Chan's, I mean, it's over Jackie Chan. I'm
sorry, I gotta sneak this in. Jackie Chan, you ruined the Karate Kid, not Jaden Smith. Okay? I was okay with Jaden Smith. I don't care if a black kid wants to learn karate. I'm okay with it. I'm happy about that. Let them get out of the hood and let them learn karate and be, whatever they want to be. But
hold on. Jaden Smith ain't been in the hood a day in his life.
I'm saying black in general. It doesn't even have to be. I'm getting racist.
His father was West Philadelphia, born and raised. But Jaden Smith was West Hollywood.
All right, so Jaden Smith getting out of the West Hollywood hood, which it's hard there. Trust me. That was cool. Be a ninja. But Jackie Chan, you are not Mr. Miyagi, and you will never be. And I hate you for ruining that for me because I mean,
I got a little bit of a gripe with Jackie Chan too that I just want to get off my chest while we're at it. I mean, because of Rush Hour, Chris Tucker never went back and did another Friday. So
asshole. Damn, Jackie.
That's why you're not on our list, Jackie Chan.
You suck. You ruined everything.
I mean, we got Shaobo Quinn. I mean, I don't even know if I'm pronouncing his name right.
Shaobo Quinn.
From the Ocean series. who isn't really. I mean, I think he did. Did he do CrossFit Tiger? Am I racist?
You're being racist. This time you're being racist.
I'm sorry. I asked because I seriously thought that maybe he did it.
I don't think he did. I don't think he did. I don't think he's that old.
Okay.
All right.
He's on.
Chavo Quinn is a sneaky little Asian.
He's on our list.
All right, so
I'm sorry. He's on our list.
So now everyone knows that Randy Couture, the MMA dude, is in every movie for some reason. I don't know how I don't know how he's in it. But so we need an MMA guy, one that's crazy, one that's not fighting anymore, one that fucked up a lot of times. And
you say
so
Randy Quinn or Randy Couture.
I said Randy Couture. Did I say Randy Couture? Randy Quinn is an actor, and he's not a good one. But yes, Randy Couture. If I didn't say Randy Couture, Randy Couture. John Jones is our MMA guy.
And our black guy.
And our black guy, because there has to be a black guy. But John Jones, because he's crazy. He doesn't mind running people over or hitting them with his car. So you know he'll be good in the Expendables. And he's black. So that covers the black guy.
But, dun dun dun, in a plot twist, we're bringing back Terry Crews, excuse me.
We're bringing him back.
2 black guys. Twice the black guy action in Expendables 2030.
They're less racist in 2030. 2 black guys can be in a movie at the same time.
Not really. John Jones is going to die.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah, of course. He's going to die. He's going to die first. Oh, shit. John Jones is going to be done first. So Terry Crews will be the black guy again in the movie.
We get 5 minutes of double black guy, though. And last but not least, the leader of the crew, the old statesman, who is usually Sylvester Stallone, but we're going with a twist, and we're giving the job to Kiefer Sutherland. So, our new leader of the pack is going to be Kiefer Sutherland, but they're going to be fighting the Expendables.
Bum, bum, bum.
Arnold Schwarzenegger comes back as the Terminator.
And Sylvester Stallone comes back as a cyborg robot with his head inside of a cryogenic jar, like on Futurama.
And Wesley Snipes comes back from prison.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
He's out already, isn't he?
I think so. I think he was out. I think he was in the third movie.
He was in the third one because he needed the money.
He needed the money because he had no money. But yeah, all right. Kiefer Sutherland, he did 24. He's a cool action guy. We didn't touch much on him because all I really know him from is 24 because I think he did that my entire life. The show, every season was what happened to Jack Bauer in 24 hours.
Yeah, but every episode was an hour episode, and there was 24-hour episodes to a season.
No, I didn't realize. I realized that part too.
Okay.
That's what I came to. That's what I realized. So yes. All right, cool. So yeah, Kiefer Sutherland gave me a mindfuck for 8 years.
This is what we're basically trying to say.
Yeah. All right, so that's our main crew. Now, while thinking about the crew, we came up with our cast. We came up with some other people that we wanted to see, but realized they'd either be too old or they weren't action-packed enough to make it to our list.
Or they'll make it in Expendables 20, 31, or 32 or something like that.
Yeah, just start bringing him in as filler.
Once they need the money.
Yeah, like Schwarzenegger came back out of nowhere, old as fuck. So like, Vin Diesel could for sure come back old as fuck and just help them out in like 2031, and they'd be good.
Vin Diesel's gonna look like Hulk Hogan at that age,
and I'm okay with that, cause I like Vin Diesel, and only for the movie Knockaround guys, and Riddick. Like I said earlier, I hate Fast and the Furious.
You're a closet Fast fan.
I'm not. I hate it so bad. Like, the first one, I was like, this is pretty interesting. This guy's a cop. Now he's a fucking street racer. Hey, look, Vin Diesel. And, that was cool. But it got stupid when you put The Rock in it. I hate the... Okay.
It got stupid with Tokyo Drift.
You had to ignore Tokyo Drift. You had to pretend it didn't exist. Because Tokyo Drift was the last movie. They made it be the third movie because Vin Diesel wanted more money, which was good for him because he wanted more money. That's when he did Knockaround Guys. And
He
Knockaround
showed up
Guys.
for like all of 2 seconds in Tokyo Drift.
I know, and it was setting up the future because that set up the 7th movie. But God, man, now you're making me talk about this movie and like
Because you're a closet fan.
whatever. Whatever. Okay, so Vin Diesel, Knockaround Guys, watch it. It was a dope movie. He beat up people for Jews, or no, he was a Jew. All right. So honorable mentions also was Chris Evans, Captain America. That's about it. Felt kind of short
John
on him.
Cena, wrestling. That's about it. Because, I mean, I know he's been in other movies, but I haven't had any desire to watch any of them.
None. He looks like he doesn't have a neck. It's just his body just grows into a head. It's gross. He's gross. I don't like him. Channing Tatum was suggested, but Channing Taint Yum, as some call him. He was suggested, but he dances too much. And as of now, the only action movie he's been in was Jupiter Ascending, and he wore eyeliner. Mila Kunis looked more hardcore than Channing Tatum did. It looked like Magic Mike got sucked into space. That is what Jupiter Ascending looked like. Alright, so
That may be the next Magic Mike.
Magic Mike in space. Bigger than ever, bitches. Speaking of Magic Mike.
All right.
Yes. We have Matthew McConaughey in the honorable mentions.
He will be in 5 minutes of one of the movies.
One of the
definitely
movies.
want him killed off.
He's got to die. And, like, I've wanted him to die for several years. Since
Lincoln Lawyer.
before that, I think Fool's Gold really fucked with me
man.
because you can't do a movie with Steve Zahn and expect your career to continue being good.
Anything after Dazed and Confused.
Yeah, pretty much anything because Dazed and Confused was the last good thing. But Dallas Buyers Club is a really good movie,
Yeah.
and True Detective season 1 was the dopest shit ever.
He's built for small screen, though. That's what that tells me.
He is.
I mean, Dallas Buyers Club was Dallas Buyers Club. That was basically his, that's a 2 good movie and a 20-year quota.
Exactly. And, I mean, it got him an Oscar. Alright, so last week we had the GTA 5 casting call, and me and Jay both picked who we thought would be better for the main roles of Franklin, Michael, and Trevor. So the polls are in, and split decision. Split decision. It's a split decision. With Franklin, we had 5 votes for John Boyega and 2 votes for Derek Luke.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah,
I
but
had a good pick on that one.
you did. I liked it. To be honest, I voted for Derek Luke. Michael, we had 2 votes for Liam Neeson and 5 votes for Stephen Baldwin. So
Liam Neeson would get his son back too quickly.
he would. The movie would be over. It'd be done. Franklin wouldn't have even been introduced if Liam Neeson was involved because he would have just blew up the car dealership, got his son back from the boat, and it would have been over. And then, so for Trevor, our 2 picks were, we kind of decided on the same one, sort of, because he started with Nicolas Cage and then went to Steve Buscemi, and then I said Nicolas Cage would probably be good. So it was 1 vote for Steve Buscemi, and actually 6 votes for Nicolas Cage. So Nicolas Cage won. I also think that
Nicolas Cage, I think, looked like more like Trevor. I think he pulled off Trevor more.
yeah,
But I think that, like, if you're just trying to open up a bottle of crazy, Steve Buscemi might have the upper hand because
I mean, they both work out well. I think Nicolas Cage probably won more because the photo that I put on the blog was him yelling with blood coming out of his ears, which kind of looks like Trevor somewhat, the way he did
but
it.
the fans have spoken, and I'm not going to argue with the fans, considering.
Yeah. So yeah, that was cool for the casting call, the first one. So for this casting call, since we casted everybody, and just in the comments, just tell us what you think.
Or if you have a really good person in mind, put them in the comments as well. Because I think that we could have. I don't know. We don't have action heroes today. Like, Tom Cruise is getting back into it, apparently, because we are so lacking.
I never thought of Tom Cruise. He could have been Sylvester Stallone. Because he'd be 60, he'd be like 70, and he'd be like just a dope. I feel like he'd be dope when he's 70.
I feel like he's such a suave action hero though.
He is.
Like he doesn't have the grittiness. We don't have the 80s machine gun freaking action movies anymore.
He's like a Batman never became Batman, just stayed Bruce Wayne.
Like our action movies are like the Italian Job. But yeah, so definitely if you have any ideas or anything,
Put it in the comments. Let us know. We'll talk about it next time on The Smoking Table.
episode 2 done.
Boom.